ECPE Book 2, Practice Examinations, Copyright Hellenic American Union, 2008. Examination 5. This section of the examination tests your understanding of spoken English. The listening section has 3 parts. There are 50 questions. Mark all your answers on the separate answer sheet. Do not make any stray marks on the answer sheet. If you change your mind about an answer, erase your first answer completely. Listening Test, Part 1. In this part, you will hear short conversations. From the 3 answer choices given, choose the answer which means about the same thing as what you hear, or what is true based upon what you hear. For example, listen to the conversation.
Have you tried the new coffee shop on the corner?
Not yet, but I've heard it's nice. Let's check it out.
The correct answer is B. For problems 1 through 17, mark your answer on the separate answer sheet. No problems can be repeated. Please listen carefully. Do you have any questions? Number 1.
How's it going at work?
I'm still learning the ropes, of course, but things are beginning to come together.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Number 2.
If we get a move on, we could have a drink before going to the movies.
Why not? There's a new place open that Jeff told me about. We could try that.
Great idea.
Number 3.
There wasn't much damage to the car. I know I should have fixed my headlights, but I only ran off the road because it was so icy.
That ought to teach you. I told you 1,000 times.
Thanks for the sympathy.
Number 4.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate what you did for me last week.
What are friends for? Number 5.
You mean Mark and Jason still haven't settled their differences over that fence?
My brothers never seem to see eye to eye about anything.
If you ask me, you'd be well advised to keep out of it.
Number 6.
What's the best way to get into town from here?
Well, sir, the bus leaves on the hour every hour up until midnight, but the last train goes at 2 a.m., which is in a minute.
I guess it'll have to be a taxi then.
Number 7.
What's holding you up? I thought you'd finished work.
Well, you know how these things are. Always an unforeseen problem or two. But I should be through in half an hour.
All right, I've time to grab a coffee.
Number 8.
And then Mary said that she'd been married before to a man 30 years her senior.
Get out of here.
Number 9.
We've only got this one in paperback, I'm afraid. It's $10 cheaper, though.
Well, I'll take it.
Here you are. That's actually the last copy.
Number 10.
Hey Rachel, I hear you're leaving the corporation tomorrow.
Yes, it's been great working here, but there comes a time when you have to move on.
Well, we'll be sorry to lose you.
Number 11.
Did you try that Greek restaurant I told you about?
Yes, and even though I don't get to eat out that often, I can see why you do.
I wouldn't mind going again, actually, if you're free at the weekend.
Number 12.
I'm of two minds. What do you think about Renate's offer?
I think she's trying to get one over on you.
But she's such a good friend.
Number 13.
Boris said he wanted to take you to the Monet exhibition? Are you sure he wasn't just pulling your leg? He's always disliked art.
Well, I guess you're right. Even if he says he's a changed man, there are some things you can't change. Number 14.
Did you manage to get the tickets?
I was waiting in line for an hour. I hope the show's worth it.
Don't worry, the reviews were great.
Number 15.
But if you listen to him carefully, he said nothing at all about his policies. All he did was criticize his rivals.
And he thinks we're going to vote for him on that basis? It's amazing how anyone like that could be a senator. Number 16.
I think it needs more than just parsley. Perhaps I could add some oregano as well. What do you think?
It wouldn't be a disaster, but I find that garlic works a treat for this dish.
I've got some over here.
Number 17.
And does the report say anything of interest?
Well, it gives both sides of the argument, but the bottom line is that pigeons are very unpopular in this city.
And some.
End of part 1. Part 2. In this part of the test, you will hear a question. From the 3 answer choices given, choose the one which best answers the question. Example.
Let's agree to meet at 7:30 then.
The correct answer is A. For problems 18 through 35, mark your answers on the separate answer sheet. No problems can be repeated. Please listen carefully. Do you have any questions? Number 18.
We all know the man's innocent. Isn't anyone going to stand up for him?
Number 19.
How long has that dreadful noise been going on?
Number 20.
And if the company laid you off, what then?
Number 21.
Are you sure you can manage alone?
Number 22.
Do you think this will put our plan back by much?
Number 23.
Why is the station closed today?
Number 24.
If you like, I can stop off to pick up some milk on the way home.
Number 25.
Do I have to do my homework right now?
Number 26.
What are we having for dinner?
Number 27.
Did you have words with Heidi about it?
Number 28.
How's your German coming along?
Number 29.
Any idea how Debbie's been getting along?
Number 30.
Did you manage to start your car in the end?
Number 31.
Can you call me back later?
Number 32.
Is there any chance I could have today off?
Number 33.
Who do you think spilled the wine?
Number 34.
Which apartment did she end up renting?
Number 35.
How's your garden coming along this summer?
End of Part 2. Part 3. In this part, you will hear 3 short segments from a radio program. The program is called Learning from the Experts. You will hear what 2 different radio guests have to say about 3 different topics. Each talk lasts about 2 minutes. As you listen, you may want to take notes to help you remember information given in the talk. Write your notes in this test booklet. After each talk, you will be asked some questions about what was said. From the 3 answer choices given, you should choose the one which best answers the question according to the information you heard. Remember, no problems can be repeated. For problems 36 through 50, mark your answers on the separate answer sheet. Do you have any questions? Segment 1. The Global Crop Diversity Trust coordinates the collection and storage of seeds throughout the world. Currently, there are about 1,400 seed banks around the world, but recently the Trust has decided to construct a special, central seed bank. Jim Hadson reports.
The function of a seed bank is to protect plant species from extinction and provide supplies of agricultural seeds in times of need. The Svalbard International Seed Vault is slightly different. Dubbed the Doomsday Vault, it has been designed to store all the world's seeds and to safeguard them from global disasters. The Trust calculated that the proposed vault would have to have enough space to house some 3 million seed samples, including all known varieties of key food crops. Stacy Newer.
The Svalbard Vault is designed to fulfill 2 purposes. The first is to provide a secure storage facility that might be essential as a response to a global catastrophe such as a major asteroid strike, nuclear war, and climate change. This seed bank could also be used to replenish other seed banks, especially following local disasters such as floods, tsunamis, and earthquakes.
The Svalbard Vault is being built about 400 feet inside a mountain on Spitsbergen, one of the 4 islands that make up Svalbard, some 600 miles north of mainland Norway. This site was chosen because of its remoteness and the level of long-term stability. The Trust wanted, for example, that the seed bank would not be destroyed by a major climate change, including the rising of sea levels following the melting of the polar ice sheets. Moreover, being so far inside the mountain, the surrounding permafrost provides natural refrigeration even if the mechanical system fails. A further benefit of the Svalbard location is that the Norwegian government is paying the $9 million construction costs.
The temperature inside the Svalbard Vault will be maintained at 0 degrees Fahrenheit in order to preserve the seeds. Seeds kept at this temperature maintain their ability to germinate, although not indefinitely. For some crops, such as peas, the seeds may survive for 20 to 30 years, but others, such as sunflowers and grain crops like wheat and barley, may last for many decades or even hundreds of years.
The Svalbard Vault will operate without the need for permanent staff. It will be checked once a year to ensure that no problems have developed, but otherwise the facility will be self-sustaining. This is only sensible, of course. If you want a facility that is intended to aid recovery from a worst-case scenario, then you need it to be fully automated.
Number 36. What kinds of seeds will the Svalbard Vault store? Number 37. What is the Svalbard Vault intended to do? Number 38. Why was Svalbard chosen as the site for the vault? Number 39. Why will the vault be kept at a low temperature? Number 40. What stuff does the Svalbard vault need? Segment 2.
In 2005, two Australian scientists were awarded the Nobel Prize for Medicine for their work on ulcers. But perhaps what is most remarkable about their work is that to prove their theory correct, they had to perform experiments on themselves. Marcia Rehnquist reports.
Doctors Robin Warren and Barry Marshall made a breakthrough in the treatment of ulcers. They identified the bacterium Helicobacter pylori as usually playing a key role in the development of ulcers. In 1982, when they began their work, ulcers were considered to be caused by stress and unhealthy lifestyle. Their work showed that most ulcers are actually infectious diseases rather than physiological conditions. Neil Miller?
It is now recognized that bacterium H. pylori is responsible for about 75% of stomach ulcers and over 90% of intestinal ulcers. Consequently, these ulcers are often no longer the long-term, frequently disabling problem they used to be for some 10 million people a year. Instead, they can now be treated with a short course of drugs and antibiotics.
Dr. Warren paved the way for the discovery when he found small curved bacteria in the stomachs of about half the patients he examined. Then he noticed that the stomach lining was always inflamed when these bacteria were present. Dr. Marshall became interested in the findings, and together they found that the organism was present in almost all patients with stomach or intestinal ulcers.
Nevertheless, when they announced their findings, most other doctors were skeptical. Indeed, the two were proposing a major change to accepted medical theory. To support their theory, they needed some experimental evidence. Dr. Marshall tried to infect animals with the bacterium, but without success. Eventually, he decided that the only way to obtain the required evidence was to experiment on a human. Because he didn't feel it was ethical to ask someone else to go first, he decided that the guinea pig had to be himself.
First, by a process of gastroscopy, Dr. Marshall's stomach lining was examined and shown to be normal. Then he went to the laboratory where a glass containing thousands of millions of bacteria awaited him. He drank the whole glass of foul-smelling liquid in one go. Within a few days, he started vomiting and was in extreme pain. 10 days later, his stomach lining was examined once again. The results showed that it was inflamed. But by taking antibiotics, he was able to treat his symptoms. Thus, he had shown that the bacterium H. pylori could infect a healthy person and cause damage to their stomach, and the medical community began to accept that the bacterium could cause ulcers.
Number 41. What was believed to cause ulcers in 1982? Number 42. What does the speaker say about the treatment of ulcers? Number 43. What did Doctors Warren and Marshall first discover about patients with bacteria? Number 44. Why did Dr. Marshall decide to test the theory on himself? Number 45. What happened when Dr. Marshall did the experiment? Segment 3.
The discovery in Rome of a vaulted cavern buried beneath the ruins of an emperor's palace suggests that the famous story of how the city was founded might not be merely a myth. Simon Logan reports.
According to mythology, Rome was founded by Romulus and Remus, the twin sons of the god Mars and priestess Rhea Silvia. The story goes that after being abandoned as infants on the banks of the river Tiber, they were found by a she-wolf, who took them to a cave to nurse them. As adults, Romulus and Remus were said to have founded Rome on the Palatine Hill in 753 BC, but they ended up fighting over which of them should rule the city, which resulted in Romulus killing his brother. Sarah Rainsford reports.
Whether or not the story of Romulus and Remus and the wolf has its basis in fact or fiction, the cave, called the Lupercal, became a place of veneration and worship for some ancient Romans. A popular festival, called the Lupercalia, has held every year on the 17th of February. Young nobles ran from the Lupercal around the Palatine Hill, wearing only the skins of goats that had been sacrificed earlier in the day. Whenever they came across a woman, they would strike her hands with a strip of goat skin to promote fertility.
Now Italian archaeologists believe they have found the cave where the wolf was supposed to have taken Romulus and Remus. They were conducting major restoration work on the ruins of Emperor Augustus's palace on the Palatine Hill in the very center of Rome. Then, about 50 feet underground, they unexpectedly came across a circular cave, measuring some 24 feet in diameter. Although the cave was half filled with rubble, they were able to send in a camera probe, which took some amazing photographs. The cave ceiling is covered in shells, mosaics, and colored marble, and has a white eagle at its center.
Although archaeologists had no idea where the cave was, or even if it existed, they are not too surprised that it was found so close to Augustus's palace. Augustus was crazy about Romulus and wanted to be compared to him. It therefore makes sense for Augustus to have built his palace so close to the Lupercal.
The discovery of the cave illustrates the way that stories and myths can guide the search for real places. Many archaeologists believe that Romulus really existed, for example, although they would not accept many of the details of the story about the wolf. The discovery of the Lupercal would add weight to this theory.
Number 46. According to the speaker, what happens in the myth of Romulus and Remus? Number 47. What does the speaker say the ancient Romans thought about the myth of Romulus and Remus? Number 48. What kind of cave did the Italian archaeologists discover? Number 49. Why would Augustus build his palace over the cave of Romulus and Remus? Number 50. What do many archaeologists think about the myth of Romulus and Remus? End of part 3. End of the listening test.